Oh no, something spilled on the floor. Are you going to wipe it up using one of your hand towels? No, that's gross. Are you going to use a paper towel? No, that's not good for the environment. What you need is a floor turtle. It is a fun fabric friend who lives on the floor and wipes up little spills so you don't have to get your other dish towels dirty. And then you just throw him in the wash when he needs it. Ugh, I absolutely love this project. It's a super easy DIY, totally beginner friendly, makes a great DIY Christmas present, and is a scrap buster. So if your scrap pile is getting kind of massive and you haven't been sure what to make with it, this is the project. Hi, my name's Abby and I help absolute beginners start making clothes they love. This particular video isn't clothes, but it is a way to use up your scraps. So if sounds like fun to you, let's jump in and see how we actually make a floor turtle. You can use absolutely any fabric for your floor turtle, but I was out thrifting and I happened to find this perfect material for a turtle shell. It's so cute. So I am going to be using that today, but you can definitely use your scraps. Okay. Now I want to get as many floor turtles out of this as I can. So I'm going to fold it until I think I have a size that I like. And then, do you know how to check if your floor turtle is the right size? You just throw it on the ground and check with your foot. I like my floor turtles to be big enough that my socks aren't going to get wet when I use it. So I definitely want it to be a little bit bigger than my foot. Okay, so for me, this is the perfect size, and I will share the dimensions that I'm using on screen here. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and cut up all this fabric into this size because I'm going to make a bunch of these for all of my friends and family for Christmas. But these also make great gifts for absolutely any time of the year. Like everyone who I've ever gifted them to has loved them. So if you're ever looking for a DIY gift, this is a good idea. Now, because I'm a little OCD and I want my floor turtles to be symmetric all the way around, I'm going to take this shape that I have, the square, the rectangle that I decided on. I'm going to draw it on a piece of paper, and then I'm going to fold the paper and have hot dog and hamburger. And because turtles aren't actually squares, they're rounded, we are going to round out this edge. Then when we cut that and we open it, we now have a perfect symmetric turtle. Yay! So nice. Now we're going to trace this onto all of our turtle shells and cut this out. And now we have perfect turtle shells. Ooh, we are going in a great direction. But wait, these are floor turtles. We're going to use them to wipe up spills on the floor. So we also need the belly of the turtle to be a towel. That way it's absorbent and it can soak up those spills and messes. So if you have old towels that don't look very nice anymore and you don't really want them out in your kitchen or in your bathroom, but they can still work as towels, grab them. I have one in my cabinet that I've been trying to get rid of for a long time, and I'm going to finally use it for this project. So now what we're going to do is repeat cutting out this shape, the shell, out of the towel material. Okay, so now we have the shell of the turtle and now we have the belly. But a turtle isn't complete without its head and its legs. So this is where I am going to get into my scrap pile and find a bunch of materials that I like to go with my shell material. Okay, so I'm going to find some colors that I like. Perfect. Then I'm going to bring it to the ironing board. I'm going to iron them all nice, really flat, so that way they're easier to work with. And then let's head back to our turtles. To make the head and the legs of your turtle, they can literally be any shape that you want. I found a bunch of really cute options online. I'll put them here so you can see them for inspiration. And I found it easiest to draw this on paper and then tuck it under my turtle so that way I could see if I liked the size of everything in proportion to my turtle. I also folded under the edge of my turtle 1 centimeter since we're going to lose that when we sew. just to make sure that all the pieces were proportional and they all looked good with this size of the turtle shell. Okay, so once I came up with a design that I liked, it looks so cute. And yes, my design, the head and the legs are all the same size just to make everything really easy. But once I found a size that I liked, I took that, I traced it on a piece of paper, and then I added a 1 centimeter seam allowance all the way around. If you don't do this, when you go and sew them, your legs are going to end up much smaller than they are right now. We don't want that. So make sure you add your seam allowance. And then once you have your pattern piece for your arms and legs, we are going to cut them out of your fabric and your towel. So now you should have a full turtle from the top and a full turtle from the bottom made out of the towel material. Yay! Now that everything is officially cut out, it's time to start sewing. So we're going to take one towel leg, we're going to take one top leg, and we're going to lay them on top of each other, right sides facing. And then we are going to clip or pin them all the way around the curved side, not the flat side. And then we are going to sew this using a 1 centimeter or 1/2 inch seam allowance. And now we're going to flip it right side out. But you might find if your material is very thick, that when you flip this inside out, that the toe of your turtle is quite thick and bulky and doesn't look very nice. If this happens to you, don't worry, there's a really easy fix. We're going to flip this back inside out. And what's happening is this bulky material is all getting pushed to the inside, and you can see it gets really thick like we just saw when it was turned right side out. So what we're going to do is clip the curve. We're going to take a pair of scissors and we're going to cut from the edge of the fabric to the stitch line, not through it, just close to it. And when we do this, what happens is when the fabric gets flipped to the inside again, it now has room to move and lay flat on top of each other instead of bunching up. So now when I flip it right side out, it looks much flatter and much nicer. Now you're going to repeat that exact same process for all the legs and the head. Once all the pieces are done, we are going to work on the turtle shell. And we're going to put all of these pieces where we want them on our turtle. Okay, so make sure you look around, make sure you like where they're sitting, that it looks cute to you. And once you're finalized that, yes, this is where I want them, then we are going to take them and we're going to flip them inside of our turtle shell, kind of like he's curling up, all cuddly and warm. Okay, he's hunching in on himself. Once all the pieces are turned in towards the middle of the shell, we are going to pin them all in place, pin or clip, and then we're going to go and sew them in place using a 1/2 centimeter or 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, this is going to make sure they don't shift and move when we sew the shell to the belly. Okay, now once these are sewn in place, we want to keep the head and the arms all tucked in. And we're going to put the belly right on top of this. And then we are going to clip it or pin it in place all the way around. But we need to leave one side open, okay? Make sure you leave a 3-inch gap or about 9 centimeters so we can turn the turtle right side out when we're done sewing. Now we are going to sew around the turtle, starting at one of our legs, and we're going to sew all the way around using a 1 centimeter or 1/2 inch seam allowance. And don't forget, leave one side of your turtle open. Do not sew all the way around. Now your turtle should look something like this. In that gap that we left, we're going to turn him right side out, and oh my gosh, he is so cute. Now we have 2 ways that we can finish the turtle, okay? We need to close that gap so it's not just open all the time. And you can either do this by hand stitching or by top stitching. For both of these options, the first step is to fold in your belly and your shell 1 centimeter. So you can measure in 1 centimeter, mark this, or just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be super precise, but we need to fold it in and then pin or clip it so it looks as if we have already sewn it, okay? This is how our turtle should look when we're done. Now, if you want to hand stitch this, if you want to close your turtle and have it be completely invisible where you can't see the stitches, we are going to take a needle and thread. We're going to go through the top layer of our fabric. Okay, we're gonna go through and we go through a second. We're gonna go through. And when we go through a second time, we see we create a loop. Put your needle through the loop. Perfect. Do this a second time. Go through the loop again. This is going to knot your thread, so that way it doesn't come undone. Perfect. Now we're going to take our needle and we're going to go parallel to our turtle right where we folded the fabric in. Okay, so go over. And then we're going to, when we pull the needle out, we're going to go down to the belly of the turtle, again, right where we folded the fabric in, and we're going to again go parallel. Okay, so we're going to do these little lines across, and we're just going to keep going. Another one, now on the shell, now on the belly, now on the shell, now on the belly. And we keep going until we've closed the gap. And then we're going to finish this the same way we started. So we'll take our needle, we'll go through the fabric, so we create a loop, we'll put the needle through the loop, do this one more time, and then cut it. Okay, and that gives you a nice and visible finish. Now, if you don't mind the finish being visible or you hate hand sewing, you can use your machine. Okay, now I would like my thread to match my turtle, so I am doing a beige thread on the bottom and a green thread on the top. Once you are ready to start sewing, you are going to take your turtle, put him under. Again, make sure you have folded the edges in 1 centimeter along the gap. And then we are going to sew all the way around the perimeter of the turtle using a 1/2 centimeter or 1/4 inch seam allowance. Yes, this is visible, but it's actually really cute and it helps your turtle lay nice and flat. Now, if you would like to give your turtle just a little extra personality, make him extra cute, you can give him eyes. I really like to use straight pins to test where I want the eyes to be because sometimes they can look real derpy. And then you can either use black thread or any color thread you want and stitch until you like the shape of the eye, or you can sew on buttons. Both are really cute options, and once you've done that, you have finished your floor turtle. Ah, it's so cute. I love mine. I use it all the time. Are you going to make a floor turtle? If yes, let me know down below. If you have any other sewing questions, please let me know. I love helping people get started. And if you're looking for some other beginner-friendly projects you can make right now using your sewing machine, then be sure to check out my beginner-friendly playlist right here. Until the next one, happy sewing!